No, it can be, but usually just like those of you online, can you hear us? I feel like it was a speaker mic. That seems right. If something like USB. Yeah. Absolutely. Those of you online, can you hear us? Testing. Yay. Thanks. Appreciate it. Hey. Good. How are you? Good. Good. Did you do anything for the 4th? Oh, that's fun. Ooh, that's so fun. Yeah, the lake's the perfect spot for the 4th, right? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I love it to see it against the water. Like that's like just the best. Yeah. It was really great. Lots of family time, lots of fun. Lots of food. Yep. Good food. Too much. No, yeah. Probably too much food. Too many burgers. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was worth it. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It wasn't for you. Thanks, Leah. You're the best. I'm good. Thank you so much for helping. Oh, the Zoom?
Are you gonna be on Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. Show me the and then I can just click on it while I'm driving. Okay,
And we'll start up in a few minutes. Yeah, I'll give it a couple more minutes. Thanks, Lee. All right. So hey, everyone online. And yeah, we're going to do an open house marketing class today. So we'll go over a few things. So one being how to market for your open house. So how to create a post to post it on social media. And we'll also talk about how to do an email design so that you can email blast your sphere about the open house. We'll then talk about a open house landing page and a QR code for that so that people can sign into your open house and you can capture leads. And then we'll finish up with a follow-up open house smart plan so that you can reach your follow-up, convert those leads and follow up with them. So yes, we are also, we're going to get signed into Command. So that is going to be at agent.kw.com. And here we can sign in with our KW credentials. Yeah, I can. Absolutely. So again, just getting signed into Command. And the first things I like to do for every class, actually, I do like to check on settings just to make sure that everything is set up properly before going through this. So in order to get to our command settings, we're going to go up to our name in the top right, drop that down and go to settings. So just with this class today, just a few settings to focus on. Having your Facebook post scheduling connected. So this is just connecting your Facebook account so that you can schedule posts out through command is what that's allowing to do. So Facebook post scheduling. And then also if you scroll down here, just making sure that under command email, if you click on manage to the right of command email, just making sure this reply to email is your business email or one that you check regularly, as this is when contacts respond to your email campaigns or your smart plans. This will be the email that you'll receive that back to. So if you do need to change that, you can always click on this drop down. If it's none of these email addresses, you can add a custom email. So any email that you check regularly, click Save Changes. Now we will be discussing smart plans today. So I do like to mention JuLeah. So JuLeah is a third-party paid platform. It is not required. And so if you don't have JuLeah, so what JuLeah is that it allows you to bulk send text messages to your contacts through command. And with smart plans, some of them do have some text message steps. So this would allow for text messages to be automatically sent on your behalf with these smart plans. It is paid though, so it does run about $3 a month if you do subscribe. So it's pretty nominal, and it's a great tool, but again, it's not required. And the last settings to check out would be under Connect settings in your marketing profile. So again, we are clicked on our names in the top right. We're under settings, Connect settings on the left-hand side, and marketing profile. Hi there. Good, how are you? So yeah, this marketing profile is where you will find all your information, your contact information. And this pulls to all your marketing, including like your website. This will pull to smart plans. So just making sure that your marketing profile is up to date and displaying your contact information correctly is ideal. Let's take a look and make sure everything looks good. It's going to have your information first. It's going to have the Market Center info. And you can click Save there at the bottom. All right, so those are all the settings to check out first. And now what I'm going to start with is going to be a social media open house piece that you can create in command. So in order to create this, we're going to go to the design section of command. And if you're still getting to know this left-hand toolbar, you can always click the KW in the top left to expand that out. And we're going to go to the design section to get started. Oh, that's not, let's see. There we go. Okay, first we're going to create a social post design, and then we'll come back to this section to also create an email design. So we're going to want to go up to create design in the top right corner. And since this is a social piece that we're creating, we're going to use social design for this. So select social and click continue. Yes, so this is in command, so at agent.kw.com. I feel you, especially with this keyboard too, I struggle. .kw.com. Yeah, then you'll want to sign in with your KW credentials for that. Oh, the Wi-Fi. Yeah, this is I know the password. I think it's under like Market Center setup. Here, I can like look through it. That's the Wi-Fi password. That's yeah. Right. Mhm.
Oh, now it works. See, stand right there.
Yeah,
Don't move.
magic touch is
I
standing.
know.
Definitely. Let me know if you need any more help with getting on there. Of course. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure. Okay, perfect. Okay, so in this designs part, we are now in WeBrand. So this will have a bunch of great templates for you to use for social media. So you can use this left-hand toolbar here to look for different kinds of templates. So they have tons of things on here if you're wanting to showcase that. Of course, for today, we're doing open houses. So I'm going to go under listings and I'm going to go to open house to see all these open house templates available. Good question. I might have to like look at it. Let's see. It's KWL and
Oh, right here on the bottom.
yeah,
Yeah, right here.
yeah, that one. No, not that one. Sorry, the KW Bow MC. Oh, Market Center. Yes. And then yeah, that password should work. Let me know if it does. Yeah, of course. Let me know if you have any other questions. So for Facebook and Instagram, visually the best ones are those square ones. That way contacts can see the whole post right from the feed. So you can filter by the square templates by clicking up at the top here, social square. And those will give you great Facebook, and you'll see it even says up here, square format is for use of Instagram, Facebook posts, and LinkedIn posts. So square's the way to go. And from here, we can pick the template that we're wanting to use. So you'll see there's quite a few, and you can pick whichever one works best. They're all very, very similar with the information that they have, just different styles. So you can hover over the one you want to use and click use to get started. Now, as we're walking through this today, the one thing I would recommend updating would be this VBA logo in the bottom left. Yeah, so it's just, it's like a placeholder for your logo. It's just wanting you to replace it to remind you for compliance reasons that it does need to have a logo. But it doesn't automatically fill with KW or our Valentine logo, which is the unfortunate part. But if we do this today, we can use this template going forward. It will stay in your designs library, and then you can open this one that we continuously use so you don't have to switch it out every time. So let's go ahead and start with that, with this logo, switching that out. And what we'll do is we'll use the left-hand toolbar here, and we'll go to logos for this. Everything good? Okay. Okay. And from here, so if you have this under my assets, so like I have the logo under there, what I would recommend clicking first on that logo. And now if you click first on the logo, this replace logo icon will appear so that you can click and it will automatically resize that to the exact format. For it does need to have the KW logo on it. Mm-hmm. So any social posts that you're sending out for compliance just has to have that logo. Yes. So, Oh, no, that's perfect. No, that's a great question. So yeah, if you're not seeing your logo under My Assets, you haven't uploaded that yet, you can actually just do that from the image section instead. We'll go over to image and then add. And then we can click to do that from our device. It looks like there is a Google Drive option, which I did not know. What happened? You have 11 logos? Oh my. Okay, so are you under logos in My Assets? Here, I can show you this. So from here, I'm gonna actually go back to home real fast. I'm gonna jump. So yeah, this is a great place too. If you don't see logos in your drive, this is a great place to add them. So if you go back to home, yeah, and go, this is where you should be when you click that, and then go up to assets. Well, it looks like first that gives you a tip video to talk about that. But this is where you can add your most frequently used items so that you don't have to continuously like add them from your computer, for example. So if you have like under images, if you have your headshot, that would be a great thing to add there. For logos, Gerard, I think this is where they're all hiding. So if you click logos, you might see a bunch of them come up. Mhm. Yep, that's perfect. Yes. Yeah, did you get, have you onboarded quite yet?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So have you gotten an email from Scott Leroy Marketing? That is like that top login, that's going to be your command login. So let me know if you can find that. You,
No,
okay. You're good.
I got that email.
Yes.
But I haven't chosen my spot after I work
Mhm. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. For South Carolina too. Cool. Well, that's awesome. Congrats. Did you do it? Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, because you lived in South, like you have to take the South Carolina test. Wow. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that. Oh. Did she like get grandfathered into this rule or something? I didn't realize that was a rule. Okay. Gotcha. Mhm. Really? I didn't realize that there was such a rule on that. Man.
Oh, gosh. That's what I was done. No, I'm saying like, I don't know. No, they're gonna add it, right? So it's always a confusing. Nothing to be scared about. Just be careful, make sure you tell them. Really? A headache for me. Most people that
Right.
anyway, don't worry about it. You'll cross that bridge. I know that's not going to be 2 years. It's not going to be 1 year. So what was it?
you can also click the KW in the top left,
Okay.
and that will bring you back to the templates. Or actually, oh, sorry, we're on a different screen. The templates will bring you back to like that page that we were looking at, all the templates. And then, oh, wow. Yeah, same. And that'll bring it right back there. So that's perfect. Wait, this class? Color? Yeah, like on the design itself. Yeah, so when you're working with that design, like if you click on the text box one time, like for whichever one that you want, like open house, for example, if you like click on it,
Yeah.
you can change the color up there.
You know what? I've done it with other things. I've never seen it. I've seen the black, the B, or the halfway. I've never seen the red. Maybe because that is red.
Maybe, yeah, maybe so, because it has a color, it's like, but even if you click on this one, like just one click,
Right here.
yeah, like that one. Yeah, so that,
See, it doesn't come up red.
right. So yeah, that's in black, so you can change the color to red if you want.
How do I do that?
So then click on the black right next to the thing. That's the
right
fill
that
color.
one?
Yep. And then you
Oh,
can
look at
click
that.
anything and you can
Oh,
change it.
I
Oh, wow, thanks. Appreciate it. So yeah, and I'll walk through that too.
So now I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. Finish it Friday. I gotta get it
Oh,
prepared
right.
for today. I took the MLS thing. Was 6 hours or something, which it turns to be like 24 hours. Well, for me, but you have to be tested and everything. I'm done with that. So now I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna. Start waiting for sleep.
Well, let's open house it up. So yeah, we went back to the template section and we are under, we went back to those templates. So we were under the assets. And so if you just click templates on the top of the screen there, that should bring you back to those templates. So we have one open here. And so again, so this was gonna be under, let's replace this logo. We can do that first, since that's just displaying the VBA name logo. So I'm going to use this logos on the left-hand toolbar. And again, I would always recommend, even with pictures, to click on the item first so that you can just use this icon to replace it. And that way you don't have to resize it. So if I click replace logo, that's going to resize it to that exact spot for me. Yes, the replace logo. So I clicked on the logo first for that to appear. So if I don't have it clicked, it won't appear. And then, yeah, that replace logo will keep it at that size and just format it for you. So you don't have to like resize and everything. Mm-hmm. Are you using the replace logo icon or the? Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, honestly, it is a little finicky sometimes. Mhm. Perfect.
And then I go here
Yeah.
and I put it on this one.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, oh.
And see, it's a magic touch, I'm telling you.
there you
For the
go.
rest of class. Just the replace logo or like that circle icon. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, well then good. It's set to go. So the logo looks good. So if you use this template, so yeah, this template, now that we're working with it, this template will be in your designs library. So it is a good thing to like have this ready. So instead of having to go through, you know, social and find this template, you can use the template from your designs library, not change that out. So yeah, I would recommend that. And then from here, so a couple tips with using designs. So one being how to update text on here. So so if I'm wanting to edit like Sunday, March 29th, 11 to 2 p.m. If I click once on this text box, that will give me formatting options. So I can change the color of the text if I want, or bold it, or change the size or the font. If I wanted to update what was actually in this text box, I would double click to start typing in it. So one click is going to update the formatting of it, and double clicking in the text box will allow you to actually change what that says. So if I wanted to change this, to an upcoming open house on July 19th, I could fill that in and just click out of it to get that to save. So again, one click for editing that formatting, and then 2 clicks to actually update the information. So I'll go ahead and like put the address in that we'll use today. Sorry, what was that? Yay, awesome. Yep, that's gonna be your login. So that'll get you right into command. Yeah. I know, it's like drinking from the water hose. It really is with all the. Definitely feel you, but I feel like you're doing, the right thing coming to classes, and as you learn, it'll get easy. Oh, yeah, that makes it really difficult for sure. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, using this design, again, those are just like the 2 tips there. And then with the image too, so on the left-hand toolbar, this will be your best friend with using these designs. That's my favorite part about designs, is that you can actually pull in the listing information, like the photos and the details of it, so it's ready and easily accessible. Yeah, it's my favorite part. So on this left-hand toolbar, we're gonna go under KWLS, and we're gonna go ahead and just search for that listing. So using the listing address, we can use a number of different things on here. Yes, it is, or hopefully. Oh, goodness. So we're under designs. We're kind of into it, but if you want to, that's going to be the designs on one more down.
Oh, it's this right there.
Mhm.
I really just put my browser there.
Yeah, hover it over, and then you're gonna be under create design in the top right. Right, create design, and we'll be under social. And continue. Yeah, and we have these classes every Tuesday, so we break down like a different section of commands. So these will be really good, like to get less overwhelmed feeling and more like what it can do. Oh, gotcha. Well, these are recorded too, so we can always, yeah. So we're under listings for open house, and you'll find the open house templates there. I think you just need to describe one of those. Yeah, so it's just like the setup process. So under KWLS on the left-hand side, and for those of you online, if I lose you at any point, just let me know and I can walk through where I am. Just leave that in the chat. So once you search for your listing address and you find that, go ahead and click select to bring up the information for that listing. So it will first show with photos, which is great. So for example, if we're wanting to replace this center photo here, we can go ahead and click on it. And then that replace image like icon will appear, where we can go ahead and click to replace that right away. I think that just allows you to print through there, but you can just X out. You don't need it. Oh no, it looks great. So yes, we are using a template under listings and open house. So we can replace the image very quickly with that step. So again, clicking the image first and then choosing the replace image icon is the easiest way to go about that. And you can also pull in the listing details. So, you know, like next to photos here, we have listing details. And that way we can easily see the information, for example, how many bedrooms that it has. So, okay, it has 5 bedrooms, so I can easily replace this. And it has 5 bathrooms, or I don't know, 5 bathrooms. And I can find the square footage and everything from this section. So that way you can easily get this info. You can also, like, for example, with the address, if I clicked on the address first, so the text box with the address, and then I went up to that replace icon again, next to the property address and click replace, that would fill that right in for me. So yeah, using this KWLS section is really great. It makes things a bit more seamless when using, you know, like if you use Canva, for example, you wouldn't be able to just pull up the listing information right away. So this is like great because it integrates listings, the MLS, and allows you to easily use them together. So once we're all done making edits to this design, let's go up and download this as a JPEG. It's already on JPEG, so yeah, that looks perfect. We're just going to go ahead and download this. All right, you'll see that's downloaded. And we can go ahead and click done. It's okay, you can just like watch and follow along. So now if you wanted to schedule this post out, if, you know, like let's say you wanted to post this on the Friday before the open house to remind everyone about the open house, you could do that from command. So what we would do for that is we'd go to the campaign section, which is going to be this megaphone icon. We're going to go up to create campaign in the top right. And we're going to do social post for this. Since we just created a social design, we're going to create a social post campaign. So here, this is where it would be very much like Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever that you're posting to, in the sense that, right, you have your text that will display on top of the photo. So like, don't miss this open house. So that would be like the text part of the feed, and you'll see a preview of your post to the right here. Then, since we just downloaded that, we can go ahead and upload image and click to search our device for that, what we just created. And I think I created like 10, 15. Yes, oh, good idea, thank you. I was like, where did I put it? Perfect, that was a great tip. Yes, you can click and drag instead as well. Yeah, that makes it way, because I can never find things when I save things on these computers. Yeah. So yeah, you can crop that. And you'll see your design on the top, to the right here. And then this is where you can schedule this post out. So you can schedule this for, let's say, this was the 19th, that random Tuesday, apparently, that this open house is on. But we could post that like the Friday before the open house. We can even set the time for that to be posted on. So 11 a.m. on July 15th. And schedule post. Right. You can't remove it. That's a great point, and I always forget this when I come in here because I just right, because like in designs, they'll always have that DBA logo because for compliance, you do have to post it. So I think what they're doing is, yeah, if you downloaded it and then went straight to Facebook, it would be in compliance with that logo. But yeah, you're right. It does require, you'll see it's required if you do post it through command for there to be a DBA logo. So, which is maybe a good thing. So when you're in designs, you can just delete that logo and just know that you're doing it through command. And so it'll be added for you. Or if you do plan to like post that through Facebook or LinkedIn, because right now you can only post to Facebook through command. So you can't schedule to Instagram or LinkedIn. So you would have to go like directly to those platforms. And that's when you would want to have the logo. A possible workaround that I've used before is I have an image saved in my computer that is transparent, that is just nothing. And I just use that sometimes and put it in here, and so that it just displays nothing. But that's, I wouldn't recommend that per se. It's kind of like a workaround. If I were going through this, I would probably just go back to my design, delete it, and then just re-add it to this with the required DBA logo. That makes sense.
So there's no way around. Right now, command only post to Facebook,
Mhm.
right? They're working on it.
Yes.
Is there any something we can tweak it where somehow that will post on Instagram without us having to do it manually, or
Just not through command. Like if I were actually going to post, I'd probably do it. You know how when you post on Instagram, you have the option to toggle like to post on Facebook too? That's probably where I would recommend. Then you would only have to do it through Instagram and it would automatically post through Facebook. But through command, there's not like a workaround or anything like that. Right. Can be. I have seen through, and this is a more recent update through Facebook with Meta, that you can schedule posts through Instagram there as well, as long as your Facebook account's connected to your Instagram. So maybe going through like the Meta side, business side of Facebook and doing it through there, that might be better. Because I know you can schedule it out on Instagram on there too. Sorry, I know that was a lot. It doesn't, it really doesn't make, I wish they had an Instagram option on here, and it seems like that would be in the works because Facebook is connected to Instagram. So I would think that they would add that in very soon here, but yeah, sorry. All right, and then we could schedule that out if we wanted to post that. And I'm not. Yeah. Mhm. So Scott Leroy Marketing, I don't know if you're familiar with Scott Leroy Marketing. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. So they do have a YouTube channel as well, and I can send you I can send you this exact tip video actually, if you don't mind emailing me at. Cool. Then just so I don't forget. Yeah, just so I don't forget to send this over. Yep. So this will walk through how to set up that Facebook business page for you. From your personal account. So all business pages are through personal accounts. So yeah, you set it up through your personal account, and yeah, I'll send you the tip video that if you just remind me, email, I'll send the tip video. It's like a 10-minute tip video on how to set up your business page. Yeah, definitely. Contact at JuLeahDesigns.com. Yeah, JuLeah, and then designs with an S. Okay, yeah, this is the social post dashboard. So when you go to campaigns, it will default on the main dashboard. But if you go over to social posts, this will break down all your scheduled posts you have in command. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, you can, so you can schedule, so you're in the create campaign. You- Check. Oh, no, so if you scroll down, so that would schedule your post out. Do you want them? Okay, go ahead and save it as a draft. Oh, gotcha. And that should actually bring you back to the social post dashboard. So this is what, well, no, not anymore. Hold on, I'm coming back. So yeah, your social post dashboard. So you may need to scroll up a little bit. Yours looks a little different. Social post, I think you're on it. Social post at the top. And it should break down like all your scheduled posts that you have like for the upcoming week. And you can even change this week drop down to month if you wanted to see that, you know, for the month instead. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so you can even expand that to like a month view if you want. All right, so that was scheduling a social piece out for your open house. Next, I want to show you how you can email blast your database to let them know that you have an open house. So we're going to actually, for this, go back to designs. So that paintbrush icon on the left-hand toolbar. And we're going to go up to create design again. But this time, since we're doing an email, we're going to do an email design. So instead of a social, we're going to do an email design here. Click email and click continue. Command. You know, Tuesdays are like infamous for update days. So, you know, of course we teach on the update days. I'm sorry. I'll go slower. I'm surprised. Sorry, where? Schedule. Okay, so we're now under designs. So this paintbrush icon here. And we're going to go up to create design in the top right. Yeah, that's, yeah, sorry. And then email, yeah, email. And click continue. So these will give you different templates than social or print. So social and print are just for, you know, social, for social media and to print out. But emails have totally different templates that you can use to email blast your database or just send out an email. So this is where you find the design or the templates that you can use to tell them about, for example, an open house. So if you wanted to search in the top left, you know, they have tons of things in here like newsletters, things regarding holidays. But for open house, if you wanted just to search for that, that will bring up some templates for your open house marketing. And that will make it, you know, give you a template that you can use to do this. So you can just go ahead and click on one to choose the one you want to edit. I'm just going to use this one and click next in the bottom right. I choose classic. And then, yeah, next in the bottom right. So this is for an email post. Yes, so like the same thing, like basically telling your sphere that there's an open house coming back, but this is a different avenue. So if you don't want to, or if you wanted to use both, I mean, that would be ideal. We do a social post and then we also email out about the open house to your database. Just gives a different channel to reach them at. Oh yeah. Yeah, so exactly. So you, in theory, you could add that social piece we created and add it as an image to an email design so that you could email it out, but it's not technically designed for that. like for these email designs, you can hyperlink on these. You can, it's formatted instead of like as an image, it is formatted as an email. And I would recommend maybe even sending yourself one too, just to see what that looks like. But it's a bit more presentable in email form than than that social post. So I'm on, so under designs now. And then create design in the top right. And then email for this. So that will give you totally different templates than those social ones. Everyone good? All right. And then, so from this section, editing is just a little different here. So in order to edit the information as well as the format of this text, you'll see when you hover over like these items that you see how it says like text on it. If you click on that, a pencil icon will appear. And that is what you use to edit this info. Right. So under that pencil icon, you can change what that says. You can change, you know, the font, you can change the size of it, you can even center it and underline it. So you can make any updates to this section here, and then clicking done, so you click done, is what gets that to populate on your design. So very similar steps to editing any information on this design. So you hover over and click on whatever you want to edit. We click the pencil icon, and we update that information here. Yeah, so yeah, once you click that pencil icon, you can totally edit this information to however you see fit. You need any more steps on that? Yep, so like you'll see like if you hover over any items, like yeah, text is what you're looking for, or image. And once you see that, you'll want to click to get that pencil icon to appear. Yeah. And then that pencil icon. And then you'll see on the right-hand side, it's displaying what that's displaying here. So you can like edit that to actually reflect your open house. When you click the pencil icon. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Well, you got it down. Yeah. So that. Yeah. This is the spot. Yeah. So once you click done, clicking done will get that to populate. And you'll see that wasn't centered. So yeah, you'll want to highlight and center it here. Click done. Yeah, and it didn't work. You know. Just some. But honestly, I've had some issues with that. Like it's been a little finicky for me too. So if you do come across that, honestly, if you like can't get it to centered, deleting the text box and re-adding it might be your best bet. Because I have had that be a little finicky myself. So yeah. So same thing with the images too, right? So we're gonna click on the item to edit it. And that pencil icon will appear. We'll click on that. Yep. And then so like for the image, for example, we're going to want to replace that with not a blank image. So we can click replace. And so you can do this from different ways. So it's going to first default on my images. Yeah, this is like from things I've been working with. So this pulls from, yeah. Yeah, well, as you're adding images in there, you know, that will fill up. And then, so you can do this by listing images. I tried this morning and kind of had some issues personally, but I'll give it a try again. Nice, yeah. You can search for listings. Yeah, so my images will be any images you've previously uploaded to your designs. Listing images is pulling from the MLS, so you can search by address, and then add images will allow you to add that from your device. So I'm going to try this. Yeah, I tried this morning. I didn't honestly have much luck, so fingers crossed. Yeah, it's not working. It's not working for you either. Right. That's kind of where I hit a roadblock as well. So in theory, this would be a cool section if it worked. And it does sometimes, I swear. But instead, so if that doesn't work for you, you can also add that from your device directly. So if you have that image downloaded on your device, you can tap to browse and search for that. Let's see if there's any download on this computer somewhere. So you would have to like download it. Like, I don't know if you have the image on your computer already. If not, then maybe going to the MLS and downloading it from there or anywhere. Oh, nice. If you right click, does it give you an option to save as or save image as? Nice. Yeah, that you can, and that should download to your computer. From your own computer. So any downloaded images that you like download on your computer, you'll have access to do so to get those. So I don't have an example, unfortunately, of an image, but that's how you do it. So once that's filled in, so once this image, you see your image here, just so you know, you can hyperlink the images too. So if you wanted to hyperlink that to, you know, a landing page that you create or a web address, you could definitely do so. You can also change the position of that. So I would recommend like maybe centering those that aren't centered if you're using a design like that. And again, once you make any edits on the right-hand side, to get that to populate onto your design, you're going to want to click done. And that's what will get that to populate. So this is like prompting for property description. You'll see that there's like 3 text boxes here. Like if you just wanted to make this, just for example, if you wanted to delete these text boxes, so you could click on them and trash can icon to delete. Click, trash can, click, trash can. Yeah, I don't know what language that is in, but that's just a placeholder to let you know that I want you to fill in some text there. And then you can, so these things on the right-hand side are actually widgets that you can use to add to your email design. So if I wanted to add a text box right underneath there for a description, I can click and be very mindful of that green line that you're seeing, because this is where it's going to drop. And you'll see there's a ton of different places it can drop. Once you click done, you might be editing an item right now. Those should appear like by default. Perfect. Yeah, so clicking and dragging that over to your design is your best bet, but you'll see that like as I'm going through it, it's very finicky. Correct. Yeah, so you'll want to like drop that exactly where. Yeah, same. I mean, you could definitely have that. I was trying to get it right underneath those 2 boxes. There we go, like that. That took a while to get there though. So yeah, just being very mindful of that green line, and also being my favorite shortcut ever is if you have a Mac, it's going to be Command Z. If you have a Windows, it's going to be Control Z, and that will undo whatever you just did. So if you do make a mistake, which I do all the time, Control Z or Command Z will be your best friend. I love that one. So right, again, we're going to want to click that pencil icon to edit this at all. You type in, you know, your property description here. Not spell like that. Like different templates? Yes, so there are, I think around 10 templates in the designs. Gotcha. Yeah, so that is actually a social design. So we are working on an email design. So if you go back to command, so you may just have to type in like agent.kw.com. Quick way to get back. So, well, while you're in that section though, that is where you would find your like where you, your templates for things that you post on social media or that you can have printed if you want. But then what we're working is an email design, which is we'll have a little different templates for email. Yep, that's in command. So if you go to command. Oh, okay. Yeah, just let me know if you have any questions at all. I'm happy to bring you to this. Yeah, command is updating, so it's being pretty slow. So just let me know if you have questions when you get there. The picture. So you'll want to make sure that when you're like highlighting or hovering, I mean, it says image there. Then you click on it and click the pencil icon. And then you'll want to click replace. And I think you downloaded it from the MLS, right? So we'll go over to add images. Ooh, yeah, and there's an extra step there. So once you click to browse that file. Gotcha. Well, just one extra tip. So once you download, and hopefully I have like an example, like anything will do. Let's see. Let's do this. So once you have that, you'll see that it appears right underneath it. And there's one extra step to click it and click replace to get that added in. Mm-hmm. Oh, gotcha. Right, like an image thing. Yeah, you can always like start from new and that will reappear. So if you go create design, email, perfect. I'm using the classic open house, perfect. Perfect. So yeah, now that make sure that it says image before you click. So yeah, like image right there. So now if you click and click that pencil icon, yeah. Yeah, you know, it's very, I mean, yeah, oh my gosh, definitely, especially with these email designs, because yeah, you'll see table cell, like it gets kind of confusing with the formatting. Yep, so yeah, that image is where you can add that. Just a heads up, you can also add a video. So if you have a virtual tour, maybe you can drag that in. And same steps here, right? You click on it, click the pencil icon, and you can enter either from your device or you can even pull one from YouTube. So just a note here. So you'll see one, that the legal footer is already added for you for all templates, which is for compliance. So if you're using any templates ever, they're always in compliance because it will always have this legal footer for you. But this is not how it's going to send to your clients with all this info like this. It's actually merge fields, which are pulling from the marketing profile that we took a look at the beginning of class. So if you wanted to see how that would actually send, if you go up to options in the top right, for one, you can send yourself a test email so you can see how that, sends. But you can also preview this so that you can see those merge fields at the bottom filled in for you. So you don't have to worry about them not being filled in. Thanks, yeah. All right. So, once you make all your edits to this email design and it's ready to be posted out to your sphere so that your sphere knows about your open house, you can click save in the top right. Make sure that saves your changes. And then let's go ahead and X out and we'll go to an email campaign to send this out. So I clicked X in the top right and I'm going to go ahead and save changes again. And you'll see now when you're in your designs library that this design is displaying here. So those are designs that you've been working on in your designs library. So now we can go over to email this out. We're going to go over to campaigns. And we're going to do create campaign at the top right. But instead of a social post this time, we're going to do an email. We're going to do an email campaign. Click email. We did a social post last time. So this is so instead of posting on social media, this will be to like email people in your command database. So give that a name, and this is not something your clients will see. This will just be what you see. You can also give it a goal. So we're advertising a listing. And we can go ahead and run that under command email. You do get 5,000 free command emails as an agent with KW. So using your command email, you do have 5,000 of them. And click create campaign. Under the megaphone icon. So we're under campaigns. And then create campaign in the top right. And yeah, create campaign and then email. Yeah, I did use advertise. Your goal is they can't see that again, and it really doesn't have much effect other than your own organization purposes. Yep, so create campaign and email. Perfect, and are you on this? You're here? Oh, yeah, so this is, you can give it, it's gonna prompt for a title, so, and a goal. So these are, your clients can't see these, your contacts can't see it. This is just for your organization purposes, so you can keep track of what you're doing. Yeah, you can name it open house, you can name it the address. If you're actually like in practice, I would probably recommend titling your things with the address of the property. That seems to be best for organization. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Wait, so are you, sorry, what was that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no worries at all. Okay, yeah, for the email. So for those templates, just in general, so it's going to be under designs or where you're going to find all your templates. So create design in the top right is where you create those, and social and print versus email will give you different templates. So social, right, those templates would be for social media, and then email designs will be for sending email campaigns, for example. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And they have a bunch of cool templates, so I'd recommend like maybe taking a look and playing around. Definitely. So you can click from one of those goals there. So again, your contacts won't see it. That would just be for like open house. You would be advertising a listing. Or advertise listing. And then you'll scroll down and click next. Oh, because the goal, right? Yeah. For a lot of a lot of the campaigns will require you to like name it and give it a goal. So if you do come across that, that would be why. Any question?
I do, but
Okay. Well, just let me know. We are going to take a break here real soon, so I can come there. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. I just want to get through the email campaign, and then we'll also create an open house landing page, which would be really cool. Okay, so yeah, so just going through these parts is basically about all that needs to be done to send this out. So again, that first field here is what we've already filled out. That's the name I gave it. It's already connected to the email account that you have in your command email. So that's the setting we looked at earlier. Number 3 will be your recipient list. So this will save any recipient list that you've already created. If you have not created a recipient list though, you can click create list to the right of that, to go ahead and create your list. So let's say you wanted to create a list like for an email blast, you wanted to email all your contacts. So you wanted a list that is literally called all contacts, or a way for you to know these are all your contacts in one list. So you can do all contacts. So a couple notes though, you can also do this by tags. So this might be a common way that you'll go about it. So by tags, if you have your contacts tagged as like buyer or seller or anything like that, and you have an email campaign that's targeted towards buyers or sellers, you can create lists based off their tags. So that way you can email market to them, specifically tailored to them. But for an email blast, I like to have a all contacts list so that I can email all my contacts. And if you have more than 100 contacts in your database, I would scroll down. So I don't have more than 100, but if you did have more than 100, it would say load more here at the bottom. And so if you're wanting to select all of them, scroll down to the very bottom, click load more, and keep doing that until all your contacts are appearing. So I believe you can only do it 100 at a time. Yeah, you can create lists with one contact. You can create multiple lists, based off your marketing needs. Oh, yes. Yes, so once you have contacts, you'd be able to select them. So what? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I would honestly recommend putting yourself as a contact. So then you can see things like smart plans, see how they're sent out so that you can see what your contact's doing. And yeah, then you can click select all. So that would select all your contacts, especially if you loaded more at the very bottom, it would select all of them. And click confirm. Your send from will already be filled out for you. That's your command email. So that reply to email we looked at. We'll just want to give it a subject. So like open house on July 19th, I think mine is. And then we can select that design we just created. So you can click select design. And you'll see that all your email design templates come up from your library. So you're not going to see your social post designs here. This will only show you your email designs, which is why we use an email design template. No worries at all. So it's the last, so under subject, it's under content. Yep, select design there. And that's going to pull all your designs that you've created. But again, for email, that's why it's important, that distinction between email designs and social media designs, because you can only pull through email designs here. Yeah, you could just, yeah. That's exactly right. So, and that will pull up all your email designs. You can even, once you click on the design you're using, it will allow you to edit that further if need be. So if you need any changes here, you can do so. Yeah, so those will be those templates that, yeah, you'd have access to edit further. And then once you click save and exit, that's going to add to your design. So you'll see your preview on the right-hand side here of what that would look like if you sent that off with merge tags filled in. And then you could schedule it or send that out, right away. So those are two ways that you can notify your sphere basically about an open house coming up. Would be social media and email marketing. Next, I will show you how to create a open house sign-in sheet for your open house itself that you can pull up, but we'll do it after the break. Yeah, we'll for those online, we'll start back up in like 5 minutes. Yeah, absolutely.
Left it open to show you. So I created this, right? So I could campaign it to put it on social.
Love it.
Right?
Yeah, super.
So I have it here. So the campaign. I'm missing stuff. Social posts.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good. I think it's wanting you to add some text. I think it might be required. Doesn't look like it.
So that worked. Because you're seeing it.
I can always just, you know.
Yeah, it's just, I'm gonna have
It's
to-
just, I just don't
Bearing
feel
with
that.
me. Okay, the other question I have, and I just did, when I went to. I went around it, I would be able to, I was putting a phone number from another state and it's valid. But I finished that. Okay.
What was the issue? Do you
I
know?
don't know.
Oh, did it, but it eventually
Saying
worked?
It eventually worked, but a few times I had to go back and check on the number.
Huh.
But eventually it did. I think that's that part. Okay.
Nice. Well, I'm glad that worked for you. Yeah, that's usually my trouble I prefer when my computer remembers it.
Right?
Right,
Me
it's
too.
just-
Me both.
Yeah. Of course. We have a great call time. I'll be emailing you. Cool. Yeah. Upcoming birthdays. Yeah. And in the home, like if you go, yeah. 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 So it does all for the 30 days coming up. And so, yeah, that would be the place I would check, because alternatively, adding your contacts to the birthday smart plan would give you a task notification 1 week before. So those are your two kind of options to remember those. But I like that on the app. I thought it was a cool tool.
They're sending me third for closing instructions. So. if it's not-
What is it? What is this
It's
from?
for the county attorney.
I honestly am not sure about that. I don't know. Huh. You must say that all. Huh.
They even have to come and get the closing,
So when you download that file, like instead of like clicking on it, like downloading it, like hovering over, scroll down a little bit, maybe like back up, and like hover over it and do that. Oh, that still happens. Did you message sign in with Microsoft? Maybe sign in. Use one time. But you don't have a Microsoft email, right? Ask her if she has. Well, do that one. Use a one-time passcode. Please check your email. Okay, maybe it just emailed you a passcode. Like in your inbox, maybe like a separate email. Maybe ask if she has a one-time code. Maybe it went to your spam, like this code. I'm thinking it's trying to like send you a code.
you know, she see all these encrypted ones. And
Yeah,
I'm
why
not
is
able to open it. Well, the most important part is to get rid of the closing instructions. Or
Okay. And tell her that you also use Gmail. Not Microsoft. Okay. So we're gonna continue on and we're going to go through, all right, now that the open house, we've advertised the open house. Now our open house is coming up and we want to have a open house sign-in sheet for the struggle. And we want to have like an open house sign-in sheet so that way when people are coming in for the open house, we can capture their lead information and have that all in command for us ready to follow up with. So in order to create this, we're going to go to the consumer section. Which is going to be this very last icon on the left-hand toolbar. So consumer on the left-hand toolbar. Okay, are you sure I can? Oh, yeah. Just so feel you because that's my laptop too. Do you have consumer? Consumer? Okay, cool. Well, perfect. All right, and then we're gonna go up. So this is gonna be a landing page that we're gonna create this as. So we're gonna go up to create a new page. But instead of on my site, we're gonna do it as a landing page. So this is gonna be a standalone page for the purpose of lead generation. So as a landing page and create page. So this is your landing page editor. First, I always like to give my landing page a name in the top left there. So if you wanted to give this a name like open house sign in, this is going to be a sign in page for your open house so that leads can sign in. And once you have that filled in, just clicking away from it will get it to save for title. So there are 3 widgets I like to add to open house sign in page. So first being a branded header. So working with landing page widgets, you're going to see your widgets on the right hand side and then your actual landing page on the left hand side. So in order to add these widgets, we're just going to click and drag that over to our design. So for an open house sign-in page, I use the branded header first. So I'm going to click and drag that over and drop it and release my mouse to get that to add. Let me know if I can, go through it. Yeah, okay, awesome. So yeah, branded header widget. So we clicked and dragged that over. And once we released it, it filled in our information for us. Yes, landing page, adds a landing page, sorry. Oh, cool, okay, yep. So yeah, that's gonna give it a name. So go ahead and name that like open house sign in. Sign in, perfect. Yeah, go ahead and save. So you can, or yeah, go ahead and click out, and then you can click that and drag that over. So like you can drag. Right here is good. Click and drag that over, and release. So that will fill in with your info. Our next widget we're gonna add in is gonna be the lead form widget. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna click and drag that over. And being aware of that green line again, so we want that below our branded header. So that's perfect. So we can click and release, get that in there. And we'll edit this a little further, but we're just getting our widgets in there first. Yeah, I have I also have a video on it if that's helpful. But there's only just 3 widgets on it. So just the branded header, the lead form, and you can also add in this listing widget. So same steps here. We're going to click and drag that over. And I want it below this lead capture form. So being aware of that green line and release that. The listing widget, yep. Does it look like this? This one? Interested list on? That was the lead form. Did you add in the lead form? Yeah, maybe try adding, so like using this widget and putting it between your branded header and that listing widget. Yeah, awesome. Anytime. So yeah, we use Scott Leroy Marketing. So their YouTube channel, I used to work at Scott Leroy Marketing prior to this. And so we're very versed on like all the tip videos that they have. And they have tip videos on basically every inch of command. So if you're ever like looking for a training video specifically on something, I'd recommend going to YouTube and typing in Scott Leroy Marketing and going to their channel, and you can search for videos on there. So if you wanted, yeah, anytime at all. So like, for example, if you wanted to find how to make an open house sign-in page, if you went to their channel and typed in open house sign-in, a video would come right up for it and access anytime. Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, anytime at all. So for years and years, so you can always have access to them there on YouTube. So once we have all our widgets in here, so again, we have the branded header widget up top, then we have the lead form widget in the middle, and we have a listing widget at the bottom. But you'll see these are all placeholders. This is not my listing that I'm having an open house for. So in order to now update these widgets to reflect the correct information, we're going to click Configure Widgets on the bottom right. Configure Widgets. This will be a big step when you're using landing pages. Configure Widgets. And then we're just going to go right down all our widgets and make sure that they are updated. So configure widgets on the bottom right. And then let's go ahead and start with our first one. Oh, I'm looking for a little picture. Gotcha, gotcha. Perfect. And then that first one. Okay, so yeah, it does look like I see what happened. Your lead form is on top. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna just remove that. This is that lead form. Need it, so there we go. So now if we go to configure widgets, yeah, this branded header will be the first one that I'll start with too. So with the branded header, right, this all information pulls from your marketing profile, so it should be filled in for you. But you can, of course, make updates to this as you see fit. So for example, if I wanted to like put in dashes between my phone number, I most certainly could. I can also, there's an option for a header text. So if I wanted to put something like, welcome to the open house. I could put that here. And then any of this information, so if you inserted that header text, like welcome to the open house, you just click save and apply at the bottom right. And that will display right away on your landing page. So you can add that in. So, and then you can use this arrow next to branded header here at the top right to just move to the next widget. So let's go to the lead form widget by clicking this arrow. And you'll see that we can edit this information here that says interested, let's talk. So instead, we could say, please enter your information below to sign in. So we want to prompt them to fill in their information now that they're at this open house. So we could insert that. Again, click save and apply at the bottom right. And that will display on your landing page. So welcome to the open house. Please enter your information below to sign in. Any questions so far? Doing good? Okay. So let's click the arrow again. For which picture? Oh, so click save and apply to get that. It's gonna update that, your headshot.
Oh, that's what.
Yep, so save and apply always to get that to display. That's a cute doggy. So we can click the arrow, we'll get to the next widget here, which will be our listing widget. So this is where we can browse for that open house listing that we're doing. So we can click browse listing. Go ahead and put in the address that we're doing an open house for. Click select once we found our listing. Right, these images will pull for the MLS directly, so we can do from listing. Just a heads up, you can add your custom image here, but you can just select that from the MLS. You can choose which picture you want as this main photo here and click save and apply. And you'll see it's pretty cool. It fills in all this information for you. So it has the photo, has the address, has the information about it, description from the MLS, all the scrolling photos. Right, so this gives your open house clients or your leads coming in from the open house, it also gives them more property info as well. So that's your listing widget. So if you configure that listing widget, you'll be able to browse for your listing. Nope, so it's going to be on this landing page. So nope, so click save and apply to get your changes to apply. And then we're going to click those arrows to move through the widgets. So next you can click that. Yep. Those all pulls from the MLS. Yeah, you can most definitely. So you can do a custom image if you'd like. You'll see that there's a spot for that, but it automatically pulls from the listing, so you can choose any of those. So now that this looks good, right? We have our information first, then we prompt for their information so that we can capture the lead info. And when we even have property information so that they can learn more about the property, we can go up to publish page in the top right to publish that right away. So once we have that published, it's going to default back in the consumer section to just your agent site pages first. But we're going to want to go over to landing pages here at the top of the page to grab our open house sign-in URL. Now you can change the ending slug of this URL by clicking these three dots to the far right and clicking change URL here. And you'll see that you're able to change this last part only. So I went and published the page. Oh, gotcha. So yeah, you'll want to this widget is not configured yet. So you'll just want to go back. And you'll see this one doesn't have a check mark. So go back to this one. And you do have to select the listing. Yeah, perfect. And then, oh, that's perfect. And then so you can choose the image if you want, but you can also, usually I just keep it the first ones and click save and apply. And so that will get all this information to display.
So it won't let me go through and it's like that everything checked.
You can't publish it until all the widgets have been configured. Yep, this is perfect. So you're done with that one. And so the next one would be your lead form. So if you did want to change that, you could, saying, I changed mine to please enter your information to sign in. Since this is, this landing page's purpose is so that you can have this like a QR code, which I'll walk through how to create here now. Yeah. How's it going? It's not working. Yeah.
I'm trying to open this encrypted message.
And it's still not.
I don't have an Outlook.
Right. So, right. Or yeah, I think it's like it's for that email, like a Microsoft email, like account. So like you should ask her because it looks like that message is saying you do have a one-time code.
Right.
And you don't, right? Oh, good. A one-time code. That's what it seems like. Yeah, because you can't sign into. I'm sorry, that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
That really is. So now that you publish that page, you would be brought back to this section right here. So I clicked on landing pages near the top of the page. Yep, perfect. So that's what we just created. So now what we're going to do with this link is create a QR code with it. So that, for example, if you have an open house, you can pull up a QR code, like have it printed, and people can just scan it to sign in, and that you capture all this lead info. Ooh, see, yeah, I love a good QR code. Yeah, I love QR codes. We put them on our business cards too, like so you can scan right away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so you can, as long as you have a URL, you can connect any URL to a QR code, which I'll show you actually. So we're going to create a QR code with this landing page URL. So let's just go ahead and copy this URL. So we can right click. Okay, yeah, that's good too. So you can click on the link. We can grab it from there too. All right, so yeah, this is a live page. So we can just take the URL from the search bar. Sorry, let me. Yeah. Oh, I think she had an appointment. Yep, we'll copy this URL from the top. And now we're going to go to a new tab, like a new tab open. And we're just going to Google QR code generator. So QR code generator. Oh, no, don't paste it yet. So just open a new tab and then type in QR code generator. Yep, so yeah, we're gonna use the one we used at Scott Leroy Marketing was this one. It says the-QR code-generator.com. It's the-QR code-generator.com. That's the one we use at Scott Leroy. I mean, you are free to use other ones. That's just the one we use at Scott Leroy Marketing, so I feel most comfortable. Well, you can also just go into the search, like the URL bar, and just type in the-QR code. Just go up to your URL bar. No, that one. And then type in the. Oh, the, like THE. Oh, sorry. Here, let me just see if I can find that. This is it, yeah. So that's this one. And so now that we have that like we copied that URL before, we can go ahead and just paste it where it says enter URL. So you should be able just to paste. And once that's done, all we have to do is click this download QR code button. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're downloading the QR code. We can give that a name and download it as a PNG. Perfect. So now, you have this QR code, very big, that you can pull up at your open house so that people can scan this to sign in to your open house. So they would scan this QR code, right? And then this would pull up so that they could enter their information to sign into the open house. Yeah. No, so it would just pull up this, right? Like this landing page we created. So all the QR codes are just connected to a single URL. But what we see agents do is that they'll use this QR code and print it out like on a piece of paper. Sometimes they'll even frame it, like put this piece of paper QR code into a frame and just have that sitting at the open house. So then people just come and scan it, and then all the lead information is captured. So once they fill out this lead info, this all pushes back to your command database. So you capture all this lead information. So I can show you like what that looks like getting a lead in here. So let's pretend I'm a client. Whoa. And my name is Open House Test. Yeah, definitely. So we just came in March, actually. So that's when we started up here. And we do these every Tuesday, and we just switch up the subject. Like last week we did Canva, the week before we did like social media. And then we also like mix in a few like command overviews, which are good ones too. And you can also like on the KWB resources. Yep, always at 1 o'clock. But they all are recorded. So if you ever do want to watch our classes, so this is the KWB resources site. I don't know if you are familiar, but on-demand training is where you can find these recorded classes. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's 0350. Wait, it's 350. Oh yeah, it's not your password. It's something different. It's like the Market Center. Hold on, I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be that like VAMC. That's what it is. It's capital B. Here, I'm gonna write it up here. It's this without the exclamation. Yeah, that's all these passwords are get confusing. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can always watch it and like pause it as you're going through it too. And yeah, as you're like ever coming across anything, feel free to like always send us an email. We'd send a video. The kwbresources.com. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, so this is where the on-demand training is. And then I'll also write down. $350. Yeah, sorry, that's what we would find. So also, by the way, this is the YouTube channel for Scott Leroy. So if you did want to have access to that has all training videos, I would say that anything that you can think of, really. And you may hear my own voice because I was yeah. Scott Leroy Marketing. So it's youtube.com/Scott Leroy Marketing, and that will give you a bunch of trainings as well for you online as well. Sorry. Oh, the password for on-demand training, sorry, is BAMC. Is this for on KWB resources? Is that? Let me know if you have questions on that. Yes, kwbresources.com. Yay. There's so many random passwords, I feel like. This is fun. Yeah, of course. Yay, nice. Yeah, I mean, they, throw all the kinds of passwords. Oh, perfect. Okay, well, if you have any questions, though, while you're going through it, please feel free to email us. We're happy to answer your questions. Yes, and also, if you ever want to make a 30-minute appointment with us, because we also do 30-minute appointments, like one-on-ones, you can click I need tech help in the top right corner of kwresources.com, and that will bring us right to our Calendly. So you can schedule an appointment. That works. We can also do this one-on-one and walk through the technology. Yeah, there's just quite a, and I just totally understand your feeling of overwhelming, because Command's great. It has a ton of great tools. As you can see, it does a lot, but that's almost a double-edged sword because there's so many tools and it's like, No, so these are all set up for you. So
set up for us.
Yep.
We don't have to go in and choose the browser.
exactly, yep. So these are all set up. Really the best thing you can do is you'll see that there are links to the right of these logins. And those are just all the spots that you can sign in. One of them, I would say, more important ones would be like DocuSign. And yeah. There is a training thing, and I would highly recommend checking it out before. Like, I am someone who likes to play around with things to figure them out, and I could not do that with DocuSign. So I would really recommend checking out the training video, and I can show you where to find that. So this is going to be under Scott Leroy's marketing's YouTube. So I'm going to go to YouTube/Scott Leroy marketing.com. Oh, sorry. Oops, sorry. Oh, thanks. So they do also have a 30-day challenge, and I think it might be on the bottom of that email, if I'm not mistaken. Scrolling down. Scrolling. Next steps. So check out our 30-day challenges, like that link.
Challenge.
Yeah, so what those are is those are Scott Leroy's recommended steps to take to get started in Command, or to start in what order to best learn it in. So that would be a good thing to follow, as it gives you a guide to really start using Command to its fullest. And also under Scott Leroy Marketing's YouTube page, so you can search on this page. So you'll see this, what is that called? A magnifying glass icon. Losing words at the end of class. Yeah, yeah, a lot of talking. Yes, and here, I actually show you. You can create a separate personal account. So all business pages are set up through personal Facebook accounts. So you have to have a personal account in order to even set up a business page. So if you didn't want that connected, which I would honestly recommend to connect it, because most of your value in Facebook is going to come from your personal account, in the sense that those are where all your friends are, right? That's where you already have your followers. So it's a lot easier to build a page based off an existing like foundation than it is to start a whole new account and have to like figure that out. So here, this is actually where you would find that tip video, which I'll also send you. But in general, if you go to scottleroymarketing.com or nope, youtube.com/scottleroymarketing, you can use the search feature here. And for example, business Facebook page, if you type that in and click search, the first one here will be how to create your business Facebook page. Yeah, it's they have, I mean, really anything you can think of. One I would recommend for DocuSign. I can spell is DocuSign overview. And you'll see this one that says updated at the end, and that's Leah. This one is the 30-minute overview versus like an hour class, and it gives you the like straight steps on how to use DocuSign with command. And if you email me, I'll send you this too. But just remind me with like an email, it would be awesome. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because I don't think I have your email. Well, we can definitely help you with, all your tech and marketing needs if that would be helpful. Yeah, you can, yeah, anything works. Of course. Yeah, contact at JuLeah Designs with an S at the end there.com. And yeah, we're wrapped up for today, for today's class. So thank you all that joined online for coming. Oh yeah, definitely. And I'll see you guys next week. I think let's see what next week is actually. Yeah, definitely. What was it? Okay. Resource. Okay. I think I have my phone. So I can see this. But yeah. Right. Oh, there's a lot. Right. Right. Yeah, I think I don't know much about coaching because that's more Liz and ASC, I think. But there might have been there might be an email about it, which I know there's 1,000 emails, so they're hard to sort through. But I know, I don't think Liz is here today, but she'll be back tomorrow. So if you did have questions on coaching, I'd recommend reaching out to Liz. I think she's the best person for that. Because yeah, I'm not familiar with it. Yeah, she's fantastic. Well, great. Yeah. Well, I think it would be great that if you write down your questions and schedule an appointment, like a 30-minute appointment, we can go through this. Okay. Yay. So yeah, this is our calendar. So next week we are doing database class. So I'll be focusing on your database, if that interests you. Right. Sounds like a plan. And yeah, and feel free to utilize that, 30-minute text slide. If you can't make it, we can, sit down and do it together and really go through a list of your questions and answer them all. So you can schedule as many appointments, I think twice a week, I think is the limit on the Calendly, but if like every week we could sit down and do a new topic and really dig into, all your marketing and technology and get you ready. Right. Yeah. And we're definitely here and happy to help us with it. So feel free to schedule and we can do this.